Welcome back to Glitch in the Matrix, the podcast where we dive deep into the weird and wonderful world of AI. I'm your host, Jenny, and as always, I'm joined by my fellow digital doppelgangers, David and Matt. Today, we're tackling a hot topic that's been buzzing around the AI community: OpenAI's announcement of SearchGPT. The big question on everyone's minds is, can language models actually handle search?
Oh boy, here we go again with another AI breakthrough. I'm already feeling skeptical about this one, Jenny.
Now, David. Let's not jump to conclusions before we've dissected the details. I'm quite intrigued by the potential implications here.
Well, that's why we're here, isn't it? To unpack this and see what's really going on. So, let's start with the basics. OpenAI has announced SearchGPT, which they're calling a prototype of new AI search features. The idea is to combine their AI models with real-time web information to provide fast, timely answers with clear sources.
Sounds awfully familiar, doesn't it? We've seen similar attempts from other companies, and I'm not convinced this will be any different.
True, but OpenAI has a track record of pushing boundaries. What sets SearchGPT apart, at least according to their announcement, is the focus on providing direct answers with clear attribution to sources.
Exactly, Matt. They're emphasizing the partnership with publishers and creators, which is an interesting angle, but here's where it gets spicy. They're planning to integrate these features directly into ChatGPT in the future.
And that's where my alarm bells start ringing. We've all seen how ChatGPT can sometimes be, let's say, creatively inaccurate. How can we trust it with real-time search results?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Or should I say the $2 billion question, considering Google's annual revenue from search ads? But before we dive into the implications, let's break down what OpenAI is actually proposing here.
Alright, so let's break it down. SearchGPT is designed to give you a direct answer to your question, pulling information from the web in real time. It's not just providing a list of links like traditional search engines.
That's precisely what worries me, Matt. We've seen how language models can confidently state incorrect information. How can we trust that SearchGPT won't just amplify this problem?
OpenAI claims they're addressing this by providing clear links to relevant sources within the answers. They're also allowing follow-up questions, building context with each query.
That's an interesting approach. It's almost like having a conversation with a very well-read assistant who can instantly fact-check themselves.
Sure, but let's not forget that this assistant is still an AI with all the limitations we've come to know. What about bias? What about the potential for misinformation?
Valid concerns, David. But here's where it gets interesting. OpenAI is really emphasizing their partnership with publishers. They're saying that SearchGPT is designed to help users connect with publishers by prominently citing and linking to them.
That could be a game-changer for the publishing industry. If implemented well, it could drive more traffic to high-quality sources.
Or it could completely disrupt the current model of how people consume information online. Why would anyone click through to a website if they can get the answer right there in the search results?
Exactly. And that brings us back to the elephant in the room: advertising. Google makes billions from search ads. How will this new model impact that economy?
It's a valid concern. OpenAI hasn't really addressed the monetization aspect in their announcement, have they?
Nope. And that's what's got me worried. Entangling advertising with AI-powered search is a risky business. We've already seen the problems that arise when social media algorithms optimize for engagement. Imagine what could happen if AI search starts optimizing for ad revenue.
It's a recipe for disaster, if you ask me. We could end up with a system that's even more prone to spreading misinformation and bias, all in the name of clicks and ad dollars.
But let's not be too pessimistic. There's potential here for a more user-friendly, efficient search experience. If implemented ethically, it could revolutionize how we access information online.
That's a big if, Matt. But you're right, we shouldn't dismiss the potential benefits. The question is, can OpenAI pull it off in a way that's truly beneficial for users, publishers, and the broader internet ecosystem?
I guess only time will tell, but I, for one, will be watching very closely and with a healthy dose of skepticism.
As we all should. After all, that's what we do here on Glitch in the Matrix: question, analyze, and try to see through the hype to the real implications of these AI advancements.
You know, as we're discussing this, I can't help but think about the broader implications. We're not just talking about a new search tool here. We're potentially looking at a shift in how people interact with information online.
Absolutely. And that's what concerns me. We've already seen how social media has changed the way people consume news and information. If AI-powered search becomes the norm, what does that mean for critical thinking and information literacy?
That's a crucial point, David. Are we moving towards a world where people simply ask AI for answers instead of learning how to research and evaluate information themselves?
It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? On one hand, AI-powered search could make information more accessible and easier to understand. On the other hand, it could lead to a kind of intellectual laziness.
And let's not forget the potential impact on smaller publishers and content creators. If SearchGPT starts summarizing content directly in search results, will people still visit those sites?
That's a real concern. We could see a further consolidation of power in the hands of a few big tech companies and major publishers.
But OpenAI claims they're working with publishers and giving them control over how their content appears in SearchGPT. Isn't that a step in the right direction?
It's a start, but I'm still worried about the long-term implications. As AI gets better at summarizing and synthesizing information, what's to stop it from essentially replacing human-written content altogether?
And that brings us back to the question of whether language models can truly handle search. Sure, they can aggregate information, but can they really understand context, nuance, and the complexities of human knowledge?
I think that's still an open question. AI has made incredible strides, but it still struggles with things like common sense reasoning and understanding subtle contextual cues.
Exactly. And as we've seen time and time again on this show, AI can be incredibly impressive, but it can also fail in spectacular and often unpredictable ways.
Which is why we need to approach these developments with a critical eye and a healthy dose of skepticism.
Couldn't agree more, David. And that's what we'll continue to do here on Glitch in the Matrix. As always, we want to hear from you, our listeners. What do you think about SearchGPT and the future of AI-powered search? Drop us a comment, like, and subscribe to join the conversation.
And don't forget to check out our website for more in-depth analysis and links to the sources we discussed today.
Until next time, stay curious, stay critical, and keep watching for those glitches in the Matrix.
Thanks for listening, everyone. This is Jenny, signing off for the Glitch in the Matrix podcast. See you in the next episode.